my goodness, do we have our work cut out for us today, but we are so excited. It is finally planting season here on the farm, and we have a lot of work to do today. These are most of the cosmos that we started from seed. As you can tell, they are quite large. And so I'm excited to finally get them in the ground. Looks like they are just as ready as I am. And then we do have some more seedlings that we started from seed. We also have some plants that I picked up that I also want to plant our vegetable garden, work on a bunch of the flower beds. And then Josh has also been really busy in the field planting the fields, and so it's just a really exciting time of year. So I think we're going to start off here first. I got a whole bunch of these. These are the Supertunia Vista Silverberry, and I got a bunch of these to line along this walk by the boxwood. I thought that would be really pretty if they just kind of fill in the area around it. So these are feeling like my most dire. We got a whole bunch of rain since I set these out, so some of them are dumped over. They are starting to dry out again now though, since they're just in these little pots. So I think we'll start with that before we actually head out and take our load somewhere. Last time when I was planting in the garden, a bunch of you were asking what I put in the holes before I plant potatoes or whatever we're doing. It is Espoma's Biotone Starter. I put this in pretty much anything that I'm planting, flowers, vegetables, any shrubs even. It just gives the plant a good little head start. I just usually sprinkle a little bit in each hole, and I'm planning to do that again today with really everything that we're planting.
Then I can help in the garden.
And there we go. That looks so much better. This was one of those ideas that I had in the winter, wrote it down in my notebook, and I was like, I definitely want to try that this spring. Anyway, so I'm excited to see how they do. Hopefully they spread out, fill the area nicely, and also help with weed control. Next up, I want to work on these planters. I don't have the soil I need for them here, so I'm gonna go fill them probably just from the garden, and then we'll go ahead and plant these up. I do want them in this like patio area, so we'll just have to haul them back full, and hopefully we can unload them and get them planted next. I think we're going to put 2 geraniums and then 2 of these. What's the actual creeping wire vine is what these are called, and I really love how these look. They kind of vine over the edge here, so we'll put some biotone in here, maybe a little bit of mushroom soil on the top as well to help with moisture, and then we'll be all set with these. This is super harsh light out here, but I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. I do tend more toward neutrals, but this is a really fun, not too like super bright, but just a nice little pop of color. So we put in everything that I had wanted to before we did the geraniums, the wire plant, but then I did also add this verbena. This is the Empress Peach Flare, I think it's called, verbena, and that should also just spill over the edges and hopefully just make a nice full planter here in a couple of weeks. Are you trying to get in the playhouse? Should we open it? All right. You have fun. You look like you're ready for dinner. Do you need lunch? Do you need lunch? All of that gardening just makes my heart sing. I absolutely love it. Have so been looking forward to when it would be time to do all of this. But it is actually time to make lunch now, so I am just gonna throw together some kind of like power bowls. We normally have leftovers for lunch from dinner the last night, but I had made sweet potato fries and sausage and some roasted zucchini yesterday, and they chowed it right down. I just have like one little bowl of it left here, so that's not going to be near enough to feed the family. So I think what I'm going to do is just do some power bowls. I have some veggies on hand here that we'll just cut up. When I do this, I like to just plate it individually immediately. I mean, honestly, I actually do that quite a bit, but instead of getting dishes dirty for each of these ingredients that we'll put in. And then we'll do the veggies. I have some jasmine rice cooking in my Instant Pot right now. I think I'll chop up the sausage from yesterday and we can put that on, and then maybe some eggs. I don't know, put some dressing over it and call it a meal. Pretty. Oh wow, good. Okay, let's take a little break from all that gardening and talk about New Flora's May collection. This is a stunner of a collection. I'm so excited to share these pieces with you. And the collection releases this coming Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My discount code GOLDENHOUR10 is good on new customers, existing customers, gift cards, but I hope that that helps you out. Now, I know those of you that have been around for a while are already aware of this, but I still keep getting messages that, oh, I went to buy something and every time they're sold out. And yes, they do tend to sell out super quickly. And so my advice is always to be there on the dot if you have specific pieces that you are eyeing. But I'm starting off here with the Missoula dress. It is absolutely stunning. It is 100% cotton, that beautiful gauzy fabric that is my absolute favorite. And then I have no idea how you achieve this sort of texture, but it is absolutely stunning and very comfortable. It is super, super stretchy. So nursing friendly, you could easily pull it down. And then you could also wear it bump friendly, but I actually really love that this one isn't quite as gathered around the waist. I just feel like it makes a little bit more of a flattering fit on. I love that the neckline is a little higher. And then I'm trying to be better about showing you length. So this is how long it is on me. It reaches me just above the ankle and I'm 5'7". This is the Fairfield dress, another beautiful piece. I love the subtle stripes in this one. I'm not usually a stripe girl, but these are so subtle that I think they just add, it almost just makes it look more textured, which is really fun. I like that the bodice is a little bit higher on this one. The ties on the sleeves are actually adjustable, so that's fun. And then the length on this one I would say is similar to the Spring Hill dress. Okay, I need some feedback on this one. I actually just added this to my cart at the last minute. I was like, nah, I don't think that's me. But then I just was like, I really do want to try it though. And so let me know what you think. This is the Tulsa top. I know it's kind of hidden under this overall dress, but it does have these beautiful ruffles all the way around the neckline, front and back. It is 100% cotton, and I actually got an extra small for a more fitted fit. And then I paired it with the Eastport dress. Obviously, this is a denim dress. This is also 100% cotton. Couple fun little features of this one. So the inside of it is actually in gingham, which is just a fun little surprise. And then the back, I think the back is what sold me on this dress. Is that not the most fun? it is almost like a pinafore back, and it does have a little zipper on the side here, making it super easy to get in and out of. Goodness, how are we to pick a favorite outfit in this collection? There's so many good pieces, but this outfit I think is a really fun one as well. Both of these pieces are 100% cotton. I'm wearing a size small. It is the most beautiful, what would you call it, like sky blue color. And the straps on this one are just super thin. So they're just little spaghetti straps, but I love pairing it like this with a cardigan over it. And this cardigan is so much fun because it is like a short sleeved sweater, essentially. It's this beautiful knit fabric that again is 100% cotton. And then the buttons, how fun is this? I forgot to show the length, and again, hits me just above the ankle at 5'7", but I don't know if I mentioned the straps are adjustable, so you can adjust the height of your neckline, therefore also adjusting the length of your dress. Just switched out the top, and oh my goodness, I have been nearly giddy with excitement over this blouse. I mean, what's not to love? Starting with the collar, you have this beautiful like eyelet detail, and then it kind of scallops as well. Oh, here you can see it well, which is so fun. It just feels so delicate and feminine. Moving on to a very summer ready outfit. These are the Laguna shorts. They're in this beautiful dark green color, and they are a linen cotton blend. They have pockets, they have a functional drawstring so you can adjust how tight they are. And I am wearing these in a size small, and I paired that with the Pinedale blouse. Now this is such a beautiful piece. Again, I love pieces that feel very feminine. I love the little eyelet detail around the sleeve and then also around the collar. I think it is so fun. It does have functioning buttons here. I can see this one getting a lot of use here over the summer months. This is the Dublin dress. I am wearing a size small. It comes in this beautiful green gingham. Hopefully that color is showing up correctly. The tie is functional, but I would say it doesn't really adjust the neckline. With the lace here, it just kind of bunches if you try to make it tighter, so that's something to note. But super stretchy, again, with the smocking, so it would be bum friendly, would be nursing friendly. It does have pockets, and then the length of it again is just above my ankles. We need to get back out there to the garden, but one final thing are these pajamas. These are 100% cotton, just the perfect summer pajamas. You can see the length. They do have a functional drawstring here. Buttons are functioning as well, and then I love that it has this little ruffle detail around the collar, around the sleeve, and then also the bottom of the shorts. So just a very, very comfortable option for summer sleepwear. Spent a lot of the time yesterday out in the garden here just weeding and trying to prep for planting. As you can maybe see behind me, I did do just a little bit of planting a couple weeks ago now, especially focusing on the lettuces and cabbages and stuff like that, but I'm not done yet. And I alluded to this a couple weeks ago in a video, but I'm trying a little bit of a different style of planting this year, doing more of an intensive gardening. And so I'm really excited about it. I'm a little bit nervous, but I think it should be really good. So a couple of these boxes don't need too much more, but they do need their pepper plants. That's what these cages are for. The pepper plants usually grow pretty much to the top of these cages, so that's super fun, picking all the fresh peppers and making salsas and all of that. So I want to work on that, and then a lot of my boxes are still empty, so it is time to get them planted. So we'll just tackle it one box at a time. I do want to mulch the boxes before I plant them. And when I say mulch, I don't mean traditional like wood mulch. That's actually really bad for plants and for the soil. And so I strongly encourage using mushroom soil instead. That's what we use. And it just acts more like a fertilizer to the plants. It still helps to kind of lock in that moisture. It looks beautiful, like really dark brown at first, but it will fade, unlike dyed wood mulch. And so after a while, it just looks like dirt. That also helps with weed control until my plants get a little bigger and can hopefully shade out the area. So first we'll put that in, and then I'm gonna dig little holes to put my plants in. And I think that'll be the best way to get started here. The kids each have one of their own gardening boxes as well. So the girls are finally getting to their pansies, and it's gonna look so good. So much color coming in there. All right, this first box is, I think, done. Well, for now at least. Some of these, I planted cabbages and later I was like, what? I'm sure those are gonna get way too big, so I'll probably end up trying to transplant these more into the center of a box. We have some lettuces here, and then I put peppers all along the middle. I do have a little bit of kale in the second row, and I'm thinking maybe adding a little bit of red beets or carrots right here in the middle between the lettuces and herbs and then the peppers in the middle. But aside from that, I think this box is good. So that'll be fun to see it start to grow. I added some petunias, which should be really fun. These are supposed to kind of spill over the edges here. For this garden box, I'm thinking I want to put some of the cosmos here along the center. They are supposed to get quite tall, so I think this would be beautiful to do in here. They will take up a good bit of space, but they're not prone to bugs, and so hopefully that's a good addition to here. And then to plant right along here, I want to put a couple of cucumbers and then followed by some onions to hopefully help deter pests from the cucumbers. And I might even plant a nasturtium here to just really try to get on top of the pests. And so I want to, yeah, do what I can to hopefully get cucumbers this year. Okay, I think I have this one laid out about like I want it, except I don't know if you can see the little ditch that I made. That's where I want to plant some bush beans yet. Then we'll just cover these pretty lightly. What? Well, the little ones were saying they're hungry and hot outside, so what's next in line is a smoothie. I just have some frozen mangoes here that we're gonna chop up and then put a bunch of homemade yogurt in here, and we'll start off with that. Sometimes I add a little bit of raw honey or something, but we'll see how sweet these mangoes are first. So that's what's for snack today. Okay, some of this in. Oh, will you drink that much?
We will drink.
Wow, that is a ton of work, but we are making some progress. It is so good to see so many plants going in the ground. My goal is to finish this kind of greenhouse bunch that I have here. We obviously won't get to all the flowers, and in fact, I kind of need to hurry. It is just after 5, and this evening I'm scheduled to pick up 100 and some Lysianthus plugs. So more flowers, which equals more work, but it is super fun. And I'm actually really excited to hopefully in a couple weeks be able to share with you why we're growing so many flowers this summer. Best reason possible. But anyways, I want to show you how I did this box. I didn't keep filming like planting every little thing because I feel like after a while that just gets a little bit old, right? So I'll show you though what I did here. I ended up putting quite a bit of onions in here. I had transplanted a few onions, maybe a week or so ago, and they seem to have transplanted just fine. So I'm hoping they do the same. We'll make sure they stay well watered. And then I actually want to move over and plant some lavender. So we've grown lavender before, and one thing that I've learned from that experience is that lavender likes neglect. If your lavender is not doing well, it's probably because it is too well watered or in too fertile soil. And so I was thinking, I have these two planters. They're not really big. They're like urns, and I would actually bring it over and show it to you, but it is concrete. They are fierce heavy, so I can't carry them. I was thinking of getting rid of the planters because they just dry out so quickly, and then I was thinking, you know what? Lavender, we should try lavender. So we're kind of giving them one last run here this year. They're beautiful. They're just really hard to keep watered, and they're pretty small. For these, again, because they do not like very fertile soil, I am not putting biotone in with them. All right, well, it is high time for me to go and make dinner. I did go ahead and pop a couple more plants just kind of randomly here and there into boxes. Wow, I am dirty. But I didn't actually fill more boxes. It's just like, I know that I want the zucchini in this box, and I know I want the cucumbers in that box. So I mulched a little more and popped some more plants in. Let me know if you would like to see like a full tour once I have these all filled, but I need to water these in yet and then go make dinner. So I hope that you enjoyed following along today. Hopefully gave you a little glimpse of what life on the farm here is like this time of the year. Super exciting, super busy, but it's so good. I love it. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you were inspired, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, friends.
Golden, golden days.